everyone to Superintendent's Corner. Today I have state champions Needham Bulldogs with me. Congratulations! Woo! Just the other day, the Needham Bulldogs participated in the Association of Secondary School Principals event, and they came back as state champions for the first time ever. So we're going to talk to them about that today. So welcome, and tell us your name and what grade you're in.
I'm Harjot, and it's Harjot Singh, and I'm in 4th grade in the Spanish class.
I'm Caitlin Smith, and I'm in 4th grade in the Spanish class.
And we have Mrs. Bennis, the coach and superstar coach. One coach is not with us today. Mrs. Seaver also helped coach, and then we have Mr. Purley, the principal. Pretty good deal you guys did for Mr. Purley. First year principal, he's a state champion. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
All right. Harjot, talk a little bit about when did you guys start practice?
We started in the late December. November. And it was very hard to get to this point.
Was it?
Yeah, it took a lot of work from all of us.
Yep. Talk a little bit about what you guys do for work. What was practice like?
Well, we did some experiments, and we learned about physical and chemical changes in endothermic and exothermic.
It was the chemistry was the field we studied for this year's science book.
Okay. Mrs. Bennis, so how did you select a team, or how did a person get to be a member?
All they had to do was fill out a form, and we also got these really cool shirts, so that's always a big plus from our Needham PTO. And so if they wanted to be in it, they just had to be a 4th grader and willing to come to all the practice sessions.
And so this is the group that came every single time?
Rarely did they miss. It was if they were sick only.
Let's talk about the day of the event. So you guys, where was the event held?
Here.
Here in our school, in Needham?
Yeah.
And so you guys, do you have a time limit when you're answering questions, or talk about the actual process?
Yeah.
Okay.
We actually only had 30 minutes, and each question, and there was, I think, 30 questions.
There were 2 sessions that we did in the computer lab. It's online, and so they had 30 minutes to answer 10 questions. So the first event was the all overall, and then the second was the experiment. And so then there was an individual session where certain students took the test by themselves with no support online.
Oh, great. And what did you guys think about, when it was over, you thought, we're going to be state champs, or was there a little bit of, we don't know what our final score is going to be?
I was in spell bowl. We didn't get too high in that, so I wasn't expecting very much.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Purley, when you found out, what did you think being the principal of this great school?
Well, I was excited, and I was able to tweet that out pretty quickly. Mrs. Bennis had sent me a cleverly worded email like, we'll try again next year, with the results embedded. So when I was able to open it up and search for our class, the yellow class, and see that the Needham Bulldogs were at the top, I was very excited. First year as principal, first time I'd ever seen a Science Bowl, and this team delivered.
Yeah, way to bring home the money, guys. That is great. In our school district, we have guiding principles. Individual student growth is the most important reason why we exist as a school, and you guys exhibited that. You guys took the content area of science, and you're the best. You're the best in the state of Indiana. Isn't that really cool?
Yeah.
I think being superintendent, that's really cool. This is one of my few championships as a superintendent. In high school, we had a couple state champions in academics. We had English, and their science team did really well 2 years ago. So we're on track to really make a mark for ourselves. So what does next year look like? You guys are going to go up to, are you a 4th grader? 4th grader? So you're heading into CBIS?
Yeah.
Will you get a chance to defend your title?
Definitely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm gonna know so much.
Yeah. Well, that is what we like to hear. So what was probably the hardest question?
The hardest questions were on the first round, but I think there was one, I forgot what number it was. It was when we disagreed a lot.
And if you guys,
It was number 8.
if you guys disagreed, how'd you come up with the right answer then? Who decided?
we did majority, and then we had to prove our points.
You had to prove your points? Outstanding. Well, what a great exhibit of perseverance and grit. You guys really came through. I do see that we have your other coach here, so we're going to sneak her into the session. And I think this is how long have you two been the coaches for science?
Well, last year, we worked together last year as well, and because this is so hard, the standards are, I always seek an upper teacher of science that's really good. So Mrs. Seaver and I have been working together, and she is instrumental on this big win, and the kids all know that as well. And so she's gonna say something now.
Wow. Well, I'm impressed because I told the kids they're in 4th grade and they were learning what I taught 8th graders. So the curriculum that they learned for Science Bowl is exactly what we teach 8th graders. So they did a great job and they worked really hard.
You know, I have goosebumps just sitting here with all these scientists that are superstars. That is so fun to be a part of it. Well, as we get ready to wrap up today's show, I do want to say thank you for putting forth all the efforts. I know it's a lot of work to give up an hour or two after school. You know what? We're going to have you guys come up with the formula for adhesive so the tape sticks.
Can they all stand and show the backs of their
Yes,
shirts?
we'll do that. Let's all stand up. And we are state champions. Woo! So let's turn back around to that, and we're going to see the crowd. We're going to all do a number 1, and on 3 we're going to say Needham Bulldogs. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Needham Bulldogs! Thanks for watching Superintendent's Corner.
Yeah.